Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome again in my channel English Practice with me, Sri Juliwati. Firstly, I would like to say thank you very much to Mr. Teddy Victorious who write this book, Inspirational Stories. Today, the story is Very Long Chopsticks. Once upon a time, there was a wealthy merchant. He was the owner of the most famous and best restaurant ever at that time. Apart from its distinctive taste, the food was very delicious and the service was very satisfying for anyone who came there. Thanks to that restaurant, the merchant got a lot of sustenance, even though his business had expanded into various fields. It was the restaurant that became the lifeblood of his business that he was very concerned about. Because of that, as he had no children at an older age, he wanted to pass the business on to a chosen person who would be trusted to run the business. He would later hand over the business to the best person on the condition that half of the proceeds obtained must be donated to the poor. For a moment, the merchant thought of a way to choose that person until one time he invited 80 people who were considered the best in his area. To those 80 people, he served the best dishes for dinner at his restaurant. When the 60 people came to fulfill his invitation, many faces hoped that those who would be chosen would inherit the merchant's wealth. Likewise, the merchant he hoped to choose the best person who could inherit his business. After making small talk for a while, the people were then invited to sit down to eat dinner. Uniquely, there were 20 square tables provided with very long chopsticks on each table. Because of that, when they started being invited to eat, almost everyone who could not wait to taste the delicacy of the very famous restaurant had a hard time. The merchant then went around to all the dining tables. He saw that up to the 90% table, no one had managed to eat the food that was served because they were competing to eat with these very long chopsticks. Until finally, right at the 20th table, the merchant smiled. At the table, four people seemed to be enjoying a meal with each other, feeding each other. Indeed, the chopsticks provided were very long, so they could feed those nearby and vice versa. So until the event was almost over, only the four of them were full. Meanwhile, others could not enjoy the dish because they tried to eat the delicious food on their own. What is actually the lesson from the story? In order to achieve something, we should start by starving. We just cannot be greedy and selfish. As illustrated in the story, only those who are willing to sacrifice by giving food to others will be the ones who will be able to eat well. Meanwhile, other people are busy looking for ways to immediately eat the dish. It is inconvenient because they do not know the right way to eat the dish. Come on, make life more meaningful by caring and sharing. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, on the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Leo Buscaglia. I think that's all about the story today. I think you have something to get from this story. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.